Hey YouTube, this is Primetime Pokemon. In this video, I'll be reviewing and then giving away the Rock Steady theme deck. This is the second Burning Shadows theme deck that I've reviewed and then gave away on my channel. This theme deck is a fighting and psychic type theme deck, and it features Lycanroc. The previous theme deck from Burning Shadows was the Luminous Frost theme deck. I gave that theme deck away during the month of August. So a majority of this video is going to be reviewing this theme deck, and then at the end of this video, I'll state how to be eligible to win this theme deck. I do have giveaways on my YouTube channel at least once a month. So theme decks from retail stores are $12.99 a piece. And they are a great way for beginners of the TCG to learn certain strategies, as well as to buy theme decks like this and slightly modify them to make more advanced decks. So what I'll do now is I'll read the back of the box, the theme deck summary, what you'll find in the box, and then the deck list, and then I'll go through each and every card in this theme deck and state my opinion on the deck overall. So this Rock Steady theme deck featuring Lycanroc says, loyal and tough, steady nerves and a sharp punch. Lycanroc is ready to stand and fight. This hard-working deck puts both fighting and psychic type Pokemon at your fingertips for strength of body and mind. Keep total focus with the Rock Steady theme deck. And then in this box, you'll find the 60 Pokemon card deck, the card checklist, metallic coin, 2-player playmat and rule sheet, Pokemon TCG online code card, deck box, and damage counters. And then here is the Rock Steady deck list. And the winner of this item in the giveaway will receive everything inside this theme deck box. Have opened up the box already just so I could organize the cards. Here's a look at the special holofoil of Lycanroc, normally a rare non-holo in Burning Shadows. The online TCG code card. The Pokemon coin of Lycanroc. Do like the looks of both coins from the Burning Shadows theme deck. The Alolan Ninetales one is very cool as well. Here is the deck box. 59 total cards in here, plus the special foil card of Lycanroc. Here's the Burning Shadows checklist. The damage counters, burn and poison marker, and then GX marker. And then the 2-player playmat and rule sheet. And I'll get to showing all of the cards on the inside now. I was a big fan of the Luminous Frost theme deck, gave it a 4 out of 5 rating. Just a fan of spread attack type Pokemon as well as Pokemon that can do above average damage. So the first line that I'll show here would be a 3-2 line of Rockruff and Lycanroc, the featured Pokemon line in this theme deck. So Rockruff, a basic fighting type Pokemon, 60 HP, 2 moves on it, Corner and then Wild Kick. Corner says the defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. And then Wild Kick does 30 damage for 2 colorless energy cards. And it says flip a coin, if tails, this attack does nothing. So not a great way to start this theme deck. Not a huge fan of this Rockruff card. Lycanroc does have an above average HP for a stage 1 Pokemon. 2 moves on it. Rock Throw and then Accelerock. And Rock Throw does 30 damage for 2 energy cards, and then Accelerock does 100 damage for 3 energy cards. So a little slower to set up this line, but Accelerock does do above average damage, and I would recommend this line. Probably set it up on the bench though. Next up is a 3-3-1 line of Rhyhorn, Rhydon, and Rhyperior. A solid HP here, actually above average HP for this basic fighting type Pokemon, 80, and then 2 moves, Lunge Out and then Horn Drill. Lunge Out does 20 damage for 2 colorless energy cards, and then Horn Drill does 60 damage for 3 energy cards. And this card is a little slower to set up, like I mentioned with that Lycanroc line, and it does have a high retreat cost, so another Pokemon family you may want to set up on the bench. Rhydon again has an above average HP, 2 slow moves very similar to Rhyhorn. Its first move is called Rock Tumble. It does 80 damage for 3 energy cards, and then Mega Horn does 120 damage for 4 energy cards. However, similarly to Rockruff's Wild Kick move, if you get a tails when flipping a coin, the move does nothing. So this is another card I'd want to keep on the bench. Hopefully Rhyperior in this line makes up for the deficiencies in both Rhyhorn and Rhydon. So just the one Rhyperior in this theme deck, normally a holo card from Burning Shadows. Its ability is called Toppling Wind. It says, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. And if you could evolve Rhydon into Rhyperior and then unevolve it, evolve it, go back and forth like that, Toppling Wind may actually end up winning the game for you if your opponent runs out of cards in their deck. And I forgot to mention the HP on this card, 160 HP, which is about an average HP for Stage 2 Pokemon. Its only move is called Rock Wrecker. For 4 energy cards, it does 170 damage. It says, this attack's damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance. However, this Pokemon can't attack during your next turn. So really, it's like doing 85 damage per turn for 4 energy cards, which is about average damage for that amount of energy. So with this entire line, I would say that if you can't really utilize Toppling Wind, I would probably remove this line from the deck completely. So to start, this theme deck is really inferior to the Luminous Frost theme deck that I reviewed last month. Riolu and then Lucario is the next Pokemon family in this deck, a 2-1 line. Riolu does have an above average HP and 2 decent moves, Punch and Low Kick. Punch does 10 damage for 1 energy card, and then Low Kick does 30 damage for 2 fighting energy cards. So easily the best starter type Pokemon I've seen in this deck so far. Could even up this to have 4 Riolu in the deck. And then only 1 Lucario card. It is a rare, rarity wise. 120 HP for a stage 1, so a very good HP on it. It does have an ability and then 1 move called Submarine Blow that does 120 damage for 3 fighting energy cards. Its ability, Stance, says, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon until the end of your opponent's next turn. So that is a very useful ability, especially if you're able to evolve Lucario on the bench there, Riolu into Lucario, and switch it into the active Pokemon spot that same turn. And the Submarine Blow does do well above average damage, so you'd want to put 3 fighting energy cards on Riolu and then evolve it into Lucario so you can start attacking right away. This is easily my favorite line of the ones I've looked at so far. Only 2 more fighting type Pokemon left in this theme deck. There are 2 Solrock cards, a basic Pokemon, 90 HP, so a good HP again. Double Draw allows you to draw 2 cards for 1 colorless energy card. That is a solid move. It may even replace a trainer in your deck. And then Solar Heat for 1 fighting energy card does 20 damage, plus if there's a Stadium card in play, this attack does 20 more damage. So another good starter type Pokemon, similar to Riolu that I just showed. Then the last fighting type Pokemon in this deck is Sock, just the 1 Sock, HP of 90, 2 moves on it, Quick Guard and Brick Break. Quick Guard for 1 fighting energy card says that it prevents all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. So you could use this as a starter type Pokemon as long as you're facing basic Pokemon. It is very useful. However, this Pokemon can't use Quick Guard during your next turn, so you have to use it every other turn. And then Brick Break does do 40 damage for 2 energy cards, and it says, this attack's damage isn't affected by resistance or any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So again, a solid starter type Pokemon. The last few basic Pokemon that I reviewed have all made good basic starter type Pokemon. Only 1 Psychic type Pokemon family in this theme deck. There is a 3-2 line of Esper and Meowstic. So Esper, basic Psychic type Pokemon, 60 HP. Only 1 move on this card called Perplexing Eyes. For 1 colorless energy card, it says, the defending Pokemon's weakness is now Psychic until the end of your next turn. And with only 1 Pokemon family that is Psychic type. You're going to want to evolve Esper into Meowstic right away that next turn. Meowstic has an HP of 90 for stage 1, 2 moves on it. Allure allows you to draw 3 cards, and then Hand Kinesis for 2 colorless energy cards does 10 damage times the amount of cards you have in your hand. So especially early in the game, you may have more cards in your hand, so a very good move. I'd like to see this move more on a basic Pokemon, but not a bad stage 1 card overall, especially if you're able to use Perplexing Eyes the first turn, and then you can really double the amount of damage that this move does. Similarly to the Luminous Frost theme deck, one colorless Pokemon in this theme deck, just the one Bouffalant, HP of 120. 2 moves on it, Bouffant Head and Knockover. Bouffant Head does 30 damage for 2 colorless energy cards, and it says during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage, so it makes its already high HP seem even higher. And then Knockover for 3 colorless energy cards does 80 damage, and you may discard any stadium cards in play, both yours and your opponent's. So that does do above average damage with Knockover, just a little bit slower to set up. So compared to the Luminous Frost theme deck, I think I like the Pokemon there better, but this deck was coming on strong. It has a few different basic fighting type Pokemon that would make solid starters. And as far as some of the other Pokemon in this theme deck, not a huge fan of the Rockruff Lycanroc line, as well as the Rhyhorn, Rhydon, Rhyperior. So if I was to choose one of these two theme decks based off Pokemon alone, I would go with the Luminous Frost theme deck. I'll take a look at the trainer and supporter cards now. First one that I'll show is a supporter. Remember, only one supporter card can be used per turn. Acerola is just one of in this theme deck. Can be pulled in full art form in Burning Shadows. So it says to put one of your Pokemon that has any damage counters on it and all cards attached to it into your hand. So that is very useful in the TCG, especially if a card has a really high HP. It can last in the active Pokemon spot a few turns, and then you can retreat it like nothing happened. Brooklet Hill is the next trainer. It is a stadium card. There's just the one Brooklet Hill in this theme deck. It says, once during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for a basic water Pokemon or basic fighting Pokemon, put it onto their bench, and shuffle their deck. So I like these stadium cards that are specific to a certain type. In this theme deck is a majority fighting type Pokemon, so you could use this very well in this theme deck. You could use it in the Luminous Frost theme deck as well. Next up, Energy Retrieval, just the one of this trainer. It allows you to put 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. Escape Rope, just the one Escape Rope trainer, and allows each player to switch their active Pokemon with one of their bench Pokemon, and your opponent switches first. This card worked better in the Luminous Frost theme deck just because it could spread damage around there, so you could put damage on all of the opponent's bench Pokemon and have them move a damaged Pokemon into the active Pokemon spot. But some of the cards in this set have a high retreat cost, so this is one way to retreat those cards for free. How there are 3 of. You can get this in full art form. It allows you to draw 3 cards. It's always useful to have more cards in your hand. That way you have more potential to get a card that you need to evolve, or you have a trainer card that you want to use. Nest Ball is next. 2 of these. It says to search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench. And quite a few basic Pokemon in this theme deck, not too many stage 1 or stage 2. 2 Nest Ball cards. There is a Potion Trainer in this theme deck. It allows you to heal 30 damage for one of your Pokemon. Only one Potion Trainer. Professor Kukui there is 2 of. This is a supporter, and it allows you to draw 2 cards, and it increases the attacks during your next turn by 20. So really, a great way to add cards to your hand and do increased damage. There is one Rescue Stretcher Trainer. This one says to either put a Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand or shuffle 3 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck. and with some trainers in this theme deck that allow you to draw several cards every single turn, the second option on this card is the better one in my opinion. The second to last trainer here would be a timer ball. There are 2 timer balls in this theme deck. It says to flip 2 coins for each head, search your deck for an evolution, Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. So this is really a quicker way to set up Pokemon like a Rhyperior. And then the last trainer is actually a Pokemon tool. You attach this to a Pokemon, and it says, if the Pokemon this card is attached to is your active Pokemon, is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, move up to 3 basic energy cards from that Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. So a very good way to save energy cards, and some of the Pokemon in this theme deck do require several energy to attack, so you can quickly set up Pokemon that were not set up previously. So a good amount of trainer cards in this theme deck, and for the most part trainer cards in theme decks are the same. They usually vary by 1 or 2 from theme deck to theme deck, but this one I did like that stadium card quite well. That is especially good for fighting type Pokemon. The last thing that I'll show here would be the energy cards. 20 total energy cards in this theme deck, 14 fighting and 6 psychic. And for more competitive theme decks out there, you actually have less energy cards and more trainers. That way you can get specific energy cards using those trainers. But overall, I would say this is an average theme deck overall. Give it a 3 out of 5 rating. I like this theme deck a little bit less than the Luminous Frost theme deck, but I personally am a fan of water type Pokemon as well. So now on to the giveaway portion of this theme deck review and giveaway video. All you have to do to be eligible for this theme deck giveaway is you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and then in the comment section of this video, comment stating which Sun and Moon series set is your favorite. And of the 3 English Sun and Moon series sets released right now, Sun and Moon base set, Guardians Rising, and then Burning Shadows, just state which one is your favorite. At the end of September, September 30th, at approximately 7 p.m. Central Time, I will be using a random number generator on the comment section of this video to randomly select a winner of this Rock Steady theme deck, and I will be private messaging the winner of that theme deck. And in the description of this video, you'll find complete rules to entry, as well as a link to how to check your private messages on YouTube. And one more note, this giveaway is open to everyone worldwide. You can live outside of the US and be eligible for this giveaway. So that concludes this video. Thanks everyone for watching. Good luck to those who enter. As always, before you go, check out all the links in the description of this video, including links to my blog, Facebook, and Twitter pages, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.